Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to compare the $60 Rode Video Micro up against the Rode Video Mic NTG, which comes in around $250 depending on where you are. Due to them both being shotgun microphones, they both have the same cardioid pickup pattern, meaning that they will pick up any noise that is in the front and reject whatever's in the back of the microphone and a little bit from the sides. The Rode Video Micro is about 3 inches long and only weighs about 42 grams, whereas the Rode Video Mic NTG is about 6 inches long and weighs about 94 grams. The Rode Video Micro does not have any onboard battery, nor does it need to be charged because it just plugs it right into your camera and feeds right off of that, so you can literally plug and play. Now, it is recommended that you have a camera that can output at least 2 to 5 volts, and some of these cameras that I'm going to be listing are not compatible with this microphone. Now, the Rode Video Mic NTG is compatible with almost all cameras as it does not require the onboard battery to power the microphone itself. It has an onboard battery that lasts for around 30 hours and does need to be recharged. It only takes about 2 hours to fully recharge from empty to full, and it does have the auto on, auto off feature, meaning if you plug it into a source, whenever that turns on, it will turn the microphone on, and when you turn it off, it will turn the microphone off as well, which is really handy. You can actually override this feature by holding the power button on when it's not plugged into a source. And just be aware that when you do this, it completely gets rid of that safety feature. You will have to turn it off after you're done. Now, what you find in the box with the Rode Video Micro is a rack coat, shock mount, and the windscreen. And the windscreen does an excellent job at keeping the wind from breaking the sound on the microphone, but the rack count isn't the best in my opinion. It is when you walk or whatever you move the microphone, it does shake, but you don't really hear it inside the audio. What you'll also find inside the box is a 3.5mm coiled spring cord, which has a 90-degree angle on both sides, perfect for this kind of minimalistic setup, and it does really help that is coiled, so you don't have to have any extra cord lying around on your camera. Now, absolutely none of these matter if the camera or the microphone themselves don't sound that great. Now, what you're listening to right now is the Rode Video Mic NTG. I'm in a sort of small area with a bunch of stuff in it, and it does have acoustic foam on the walls. So obviously this will depend on what kind of setup you're recording in, although this does a better job at deflecting the echo in my opinion. Okay, I just wanted to do a quick audio test for you guys. Now, keep in mind this video or this clip is in a semi sound treated room, so the overall sound quality is going to definitely depend on your case scenario. But I'm in a small studio with a bunch of stuff that has sound paneling over the walls, and you are listening to the Rode Video Mic NTG. So what you're listening to right now is the Rode Video Micro. Now, I did have to boost up the gain to match the levels of the Rode Video Mic NTG, so you're going to probably hear a little bit of noise because of the gain I had to boost. But this is in a sound treated room. I have acoustic paneling over the walls, and this is going to definitely depend on your case scenario and in terms of audio quality. And again, you're listening to the Rode Video Micro. About a foot away from my mouth, this is me using the Rode Video Micro directly plugged into my Canon DSLR. Now, the noise is probably because of the camera's preamps, but this is the case scenario that most vloggers are going to be using: a lens, a camera, and a microphone. So the audio quality is going to ultimately depend on your setup with your camera's preamps and just how well your room is treated, and if you're going to be vlogging outside or not. Now, I have a window directly outside of my recording setup, so any cars that drive by will be able to be picked up by the microphone. Now I'm plugged in to the camera with the Rode Video Mic NTG. Same setup as last time, and I don't know if you guys can hear my dogs, but the window is right there, the door is right there, and it's hopefully doing a good job at rejecting any excess noise and not too high of a noise level, because I do have the gain knob on the back of this microphone, and I did have to turn the camera's preamps down, which is great. So let's get right into the microphone comparison. Now, as you can see, the Rode Video Mic NTG, in my honest opinion, sounds very full. The basses are really nice. You're not getting too tinny of a sound, whereas the Rode Video Micro, it is very tinny compared to the Rode Video Mic NTG. It sounds a little bit muffled compared to the Rode Video Mic NTG. And as far as weight goes and size, this is obviously going to be the microphone that you're going to be wanting to go for. And every other aspect of microphones, as far as like sound quality, build quality, overall versatility and features, the Rode Video Mic NTG honestly takes the cake. I'm going to be showing you guys some of the buttons on the back and demonstrating what they can do, and a lot of these will be deal breakers for you guys. So what you find on the back is 2 buttons and a gain knob on the back of it. Let's go through the buttons real quick. So the top one is going to be your high pass filter, and essentially what it does is that it will eliminate any high frequency noises out of your audio. And if you press it once, you will get to the 75 hertz high pass filter. Press it again, you get to the 150 hertz, which will make things sound a little bit tinny. And then you have the last option, which is a neutral high pass filter, I believe, which will eliminate sort of both high and low frequency noises. Now you have the ability to combine that feature with the 75 hertz or the 150 hertz high pass filter. Now this will make your audio sound a little bit too tinny. So you press the power button once, and this will essentially turn your volume down on your microphone by 20 decibels. And this is great for loud situations. If you're recording outside, this is a great option. Next to that, you have the split channel. And what that does basically is that it takes the right and left channel and splits them down and makes the left channel 20 decibels lower. That brings me on to the next option, which is the ability to see if you're peaking. And essentially what that means is that if it's too loud, it will essentially break the audio, and it will automatically illuminate red when it is too loud or too sensitive to the noise. Now one of my favorite things about this microphone is the ability to turn the gain up on the microphone directly itself. Now what this will allow you to do is essentially turn down your camera's preamps, making it less noisy. Now besides that, the knob in itself does nothing else. I like how smooth it is to turn. It's very easy, although I would prefer if it had a little bit of more grip on it, so that way it's easier to turn. Now my favorite feature of this microphone is the USB-C port on the side here, which is intended for charging, and it does charge really fast. Like I said before, about 2 hours from empty to full. Now this will allow you to connect your microphone to a laptop or a computer, and you can use this for Zoom calls, podcasts, live streaming, anything that you would use a microphone for on your PC, you can use with this. And that is my favorite feature, as it sounds amazing on the PC. I've actually gotten compliments on how great my audio quality sounds from this microphone on Discord calls, live streaming, and things like that. And the best part about this option is that you can use your microphone input jack as a headphone output jack, so you can monitor your audio and your computer's audio when you're connecting this to your computer. If you're choosing between the Rode VideoMic NTG or the Micro, obviously this is going to be depending on your budget. But the NTG is going to be your absolute best friend in terms of audio quality, versatility, and just all the bells and whistles that will help you make your audio sound better. The only downside I could see this microphone having is the windshield it comes with is not the greatest. It is just enough to cover any plosives. If I go like this, it shouldn't be as bad if I were to do something like. That's the only downside. I wish it came with a better wind foam. And they do have the dead cat or a furry screen protector. Now all the products mentioned in today's video, like the Rode Video Micro and the Rode Video Mic NTG, will be linked down in the description at a B&H photo link. Obviously your choice is going to be on your depending on the budget. This is a $300 microphone, and this is a $60 microphone. But if you're looking for a just for a minimalistic setup, or if you're looking for something that has a lot of bells and whistles, and you don't want to spend a ton of money, as microphones can get upwards of $500, the NTG is your best bet in my opinion. And it's my absolute favorite microphone. I use it for all my recordings and live streams, and everything that involves audio is with this thing. So this thing is an absolute beast when it comes to audio quality for the price point. So one more thing I want to mention is that I believe when I bought this thing, I was able to get a 10-year warranty on it. I don't know if that's still available for the Rode microphone style. But if you guys like the video, you know what to do. Subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.